Today we're going to the Isha Institute of Inner Sciences in Tennessee with my sister. Here we are in the cab. We're heading from Raleigh in North Carolina to Nashville in Tennessee. And the Isha Institute of Inner Sciences is an hour and a half's drive away from Nashville in a small town called McMinnville. I found this really interesting virtual food hall where you order here on the digital screen and the food comes to you through these mini outlets and there's no human interaction. This is something that we don't find in India. And here we are inside the flight. The flight took quite some time to take off. It was a day before Christmas and they were running low on human personnel on the ground, but we finally did take off after a long wait. These are the famous American airline biscuits that they give you on every flight. And I must confess, I do like them. And I had them with, I think it's some sort of a berry juice. I don't recall which one. But it was a good mini snack in the air. We finally did land in Nashville, Tennessee, and we were so excited. It's the city of country music, and that was quite evident at the airport itself. We picked up our bags, booked a cab, and left for McMinnville. McMinnville is a very small town, and it's more like a rural city. And the sun was about to set, so we reached there after dark. The route was did not have enough markers, and our cab driver was wondering where we are going. He asked us several times if we are sure, if we've been here before and if we know where we are headed, because this place is in the middle of nowhere. The Isha Institute of Inner Sciences is spread across 20,000 acres, and not much of the land has been developed. So there are small pockets of residential accommodation there right now. This is the welcome desk that you see as you enter. We had to wait here before check-in. Fortunately, we were in time just before dinner and got to grab a bite. These are the first few shots of the Adi Yogi abode that we saw, and I was so happy to be here.
This is our room. The first room is empty. I think this is the sadhana room. And then we walk in. On the right side, we have a washroom. Here, there are some cupboards. Here, we have a kettle and some herbal teas. And then we have racks, the bed. Here we have sister dear next to the heater, a study table, and one mysterious cupboard also, which is here. So, and this is me.
This is the next morning. There are two Bhiksha halls for dining at the ashram. The one I'm standing in front of is Bhiksha Hall 2, which is for guests, and Bhiksha Hall 1 is for long term volunteers and other residents of the ashram. This is what Bhiksha 2 hall looks like from the inside. It's very different from the one in India. Here we do not sit on the floor, probably because it's too cold to sit on the floor. And yeah, and it's centrally heated as well. This is the entrance to the Mahima Hall. Mahima Hall is the largest meditation center in the Western Hemisphere. It was massive and it was very serene. I did not shoot inside because there were meditators doing their practices, but I spent some time sitting inside and one could clearly feel the energized space. I have seen so many videos of live satsang sessions happening here. Of course, it was greener and the weather was warmer. But coming here in the winter, particularly in the middle of the blizzard, was a unique experience, and it helped me realize a lot of aspects of the world that are cold and that need to be melted away. So it was metaphorical for me, and it was an experience that I will remember. The place is clearly consecrated, and if one is receptive, one can feel the energies right there and then. I was particularly blown away when I first entered the Adiyogi abode. It also smelled the same as the ashram in Coimbatore in India, and it immediately took me back to my initial days of visiting the Isha Center in India. Uh, this one is a little different. Here, there is a linga at the center, and you can make a water offering to it. You can speak inside the abode, unlike the Dhyana linga. It was very easy for me to be consistent with my practices here. I woke up every day at 4:30 a.m., walked through the snow, and did the practices with other fellow meditators every morning. And this is in the middle of a blizzard that the US was going through, and the temperatures were as low as minus 29 Fahrenheit when I arrived there. So for me to do this is near impossible in that weather, but just the energy of the place made it very easy for me to do that. And every morning I would wake up to this wonderful view in front of me, and we'd have these chants listen in.
Shambha, Shambha,
After the energized morning and 3 hours of practices, we'd head for brunch. And the best thing about being at the institute was that we'd get amazing Indian food, which was cooked by volunteers with all their heart and soul. It was breathtaking, and I felt that I was at home and eating in India. So it was very special. These are the last few shots that we took before leaving the institute. It's massive. I can't say I've explored all of it, but whatever little we got to see of the place left my heart touched in a very deep way. And if an opportunity arises, let's see if time brings me back here again. But I would highly recommend you to visit this place at least once and absorb all that the place has to offer. It certainly left an indelible mark in my heart and allowed me to find that moment to pause and reflect and rejuvenate before the start of a new academic year. It allowed me to reflect on my experiences in the US thus far, and it also clarified the mission that I have in the world. So it was a much needed break, and I am so grateful that I received an opportunity to get to spend some time and get connected with people here. I hope you enjoyed watching this vlog. And if you need any more information on the Isha Institute of Inner Sciences in the US or the Isha Institute in India, please feel free to reach out to me because I have visited both the places and I may be able to share some insights. Thank you and see you in the next vlog.